Good evening, guys. In the last session, we discussed about shell scripting, how to write shell scripts, and how to execute that shell script. Okay, so what we have discussed as of now in the shell scripting, we understood Linux architecture. Linux architecture contains shell, kernel, and hardware components. We discussed about what is shell. So, what is the shell, guys? Shell is a mediator between user and kernel. In the Linux operating system, whatever operation you do that will be taken care by shell. Shell will act as a mediator between user and kernel. Then what is kernel? Kernel is acting as a mediator between shell and hardware components. So shell will take the command from the user and will give the command to the kernel, and the kernel will take that command, will give to Linux hardware to perform the operation. Then we discussed about what is scripting. We discussed about what is scripting. So Linux is CLI based operating system. Everything is based on the commands in the Linux. So instead of executing the commands one by one manually, we can keep all the commands in one file and we can execute that file. The process of keeping the commands and by using a file is called as script file. The process of keeping the commands in the file and executing that file is called as scripting. Okay, that scripting we are performing by using shell. So that's why we are going for shell script. Okay, shell scripting is nothing but keeping set of commands in the file and executing them. Next, we discussed about why we need to go for shell script. Okay, what is the reason for shell script? Shell scripting is used to automate the work. Whatever the work that we are doing manually, that work can be automated by using shell script. Okay, next we discussed about what is shabang in the shell script. What is shabang? It is used to represent which is shell we need to use to process our script file. Okay, Linux contains several shells to process our commands. So which shell we want to use, that can be specified by using shabang here. Next one, we discussed about variables in the shell script. Okay, variables. Variables are used to store the data in the form of key and value. And here we have seen types of variables also. Some system variables available, system variables versus user-defined variables. System variables versus user-defined variables. System variables nothing but which are already present in the Linux machine. We no need to create them. They are already part of the Linux operating system. Those variables are called as system variables. Okay. Then, as per requirement, we can create our own variables. Those are called as user-defined variables. System variables and user-defined variables will be available. Next one, we discussed about what is .bash RC. If you want to set a variable permanently for the user, then we can use that bash RC file. And we discussed about command line arguments also. We discussed about command line arguments. What is the purpose of command line argument? When we are executing a shell script file to supply some input for the file at the time of execution, then we are going to use command line arguments. Command line arguments are used to supply the input for our shell script. Okay. The next one, we are going to use operators in the shell script. We discussed about operators. Arithmetic operators and logical operators we have seen in the shell script. Next, we discussed about conditional statements in the shell script. Okay, like if, elif, and else, and f5. Something like this. So I want to execute some statements. I want to execute some commands based on the condition. If condition satisfied, then I want to execute some command. If condition not satisfied, then I want to execute some other commands. If if else. So to check a condition in the shell script file, we are going to use if command. Okay. Then next one. Next one, we discussed about looping statements. We discussed about looping statements. So here we have for loop and while loop is available. Conditional statement will execute a statement only once when the condition got satisfied. But I want to execute a statement multiple times. Repeatedly, I want to execute the statement. For that, we are going to use looping statements. For that, we are going to use for and while. For loop and while loop, we are going to use for the looping statements. Okay. Then we discussed about functions. Then we discussed about functions in the shell script. When you want to perform a big task, lot of lines of script we need to write. So if you write so many lines at one place, that will become difficult to manage and difficult to maintain. That's why we are going to use functions concept in order to split the big task into smaller tasks. These are functions. We can write a function and we can call that function. Write the function and call that function. Next one. After the functions, we discussed about practice scripts. Scripts for practice. Okay. So we have seen how to check whether file is available or not. Okay. And how to do the log analysis, how to print the system information. By using shell scripts, we are able to perform these operations. All right. Next one. So guys, so this is what we have discussed as of now in our shell script. Our today's topic is what is scheduling in the Linux. What is scheduling in the Linux and why we need to go for scheduling in the Linux. Let's understand clearly what is scheduling and why we need to go for scheduling. Okay, scheduling means configuring some task to be executed automatically. Okay, for example, we are setting alarms in our mobile. Early morning, 5 o'clock, I want to go someplace. Okay, early morning, 5 o'clock, I want to go gym. So I want to wake up at 4:30. I will keep a alarm. So at 4:30, automatically my phone alarm will be triggered. So similarly, here I have one shell script file in my Linux machine. That script file should be executed automatically at 7 p.m. IST every day. Okay, every day my shell script file should be executed. So automatically the script should be executed. I will write one shell script file. In that file, I will write set of commands. That file should be executed automatically. So now we are executing the script file manually. But in the real time, I want to automate my script execution. That's where scheduling comes into picture. Scheduling means configuring the tasks to be executed automatically. Are you clear, guys? What is the scheduling? Scheduling means configuring the tasks to be executed automatically. Example, setting alarm at 6 a.m. in our mobile phone. So when you set the alarm, automatically that will be triggered based on the time that we configure. Okay. Similar to the alarm trigger, I want to schedule my script file execution. I have a shell script in the Linux machine. That shell script file I want to execute automatically based on the given schedule. Okay, that's where we are going for scheduling here. Similar to our alarm trigger, I want to schedule my script file execution. In Linux, we will use cron jobs to execute the jobs. Cron jobs will be available, which is used for scheduling. So if you want to schedule any particular task in the Linux machine, then we are going to use cron schedule for that. In the Linux machine, we will use cron to schedule scripts execution. In the Linux machine, we will use cron jobs to schedule our scripts execution. What is cron? Cron is an utility in the Linux machine to schedule our jobs execution. I have a shell script. That shell script should be executed on daily basis, or weekly basis, or monthly basis, or yearly basis. So based on the requirement, I want to schedule my script file. So we know what is shell script. We will write the script file and we will schedule that script file. Okay, so fine. Cron is an utility in the Linux machine to schedule our jobs execution. In the real time, we will use several jobs on daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, yearly basis to automate our work. So when we are working in the project, so we will have a requirement to execute our scripts on daily basis, monthly basis, yearly basis to automate our work. So what kind of requirements will be available in the real time? In the real time, a requirement is delete temp files. Okay. In the Linux machine, some temporary files available. I want to delete the temporary files on daily basis. For that, I will write a shell script file which will delete those temporary files, and that shell script file should be executed daily at 9 p.m. IST. That can be automated by using this cron job. By using the scheduling, we can achieve our requirement. Right. I want to write a shell script to take backup of files. Okay. So I have some directory. In the directory, some files available. I want to take backup of those files. That can be automated by using shell script with cron job. And system checks, system health checks. Okay, every day morning and evening, I want to check the health of our Linux machine. So for all these requirements, we will write shell scripts and we will automate a shell script execution by using cron jobs. Are you guys with me? What is the scheduling and why we need to go for scheduling in the Linux? Scheduling means configuring some task to be executed automatically. Any work that we want to do manually, instead of doing that work, we can automate that work. To automate our work in the Linux machine, we are going to use shell scripts. So shell script is nothing but a file which contains a set of commands. So the shell script should be executed automatically based on the given information. That's where we are going to use scheduling concept. To do that scheduling in the Linux, we are going to use cron jobs. Cron jobs. Basically, it is called as cron jobs. Not con. It is cron. C-R-O-N. Okay. So in Linux, we will use cron jobs to schedule our script files. Any task that you want to automate, any task execution you want to schedule, for that we can use cron jobs. What is this cron? It is a utility in the Linux to schedule our tasks. So in the real time, where we will use these cron jobs? In the real time, we will use the cron jobs to delete the temporary files, to take the backup of our system, to do the health checks we are going to use. Okay. Now, so let's take a use case here. I want to execute my shell script file for every 5 minutes. I am writing one shell script file which will do the system health check. I want to execute that shell script for every 5 minutes. Execute shell script for every 5 minutes. So will be in the office for 8 hours. So for every 5 minutes we can execute manually. But what about night time? When we are not there in the office, then who will execute that job? It is very difficult to execute that script for every 5 minutes manually. So that's where we will tell to the system to execute that shell script for every 5 minutes. Instead of human executing the script for every 5 minutes, we can automate our script execution by using cron jobs. Okay. We are going to automate this by using cron jobs. Cron job syntax. So how we are going to schedule our cron jobs? Cron job syntax. How do we configure these cron jobs? So cron jobs will be configured using a syntax like this. Okay. In the cron job syntax, guys, 5 stars will be available. Then which file should be executed? Script file name we are going to specify. So this is the syntax to configure cron jobs. So we will create one shell script file. When this shell script file should be executed, for that we will configure a schedule like this. This is cron job schedule. So how we will do this cron job schedule? By using 5 stars we are going to configure. So these 5 stars will represent the scheduled information when that file should be executed. So here, first star will represent minutes, guys. So out of these 5 stars, the first star will represent minutes 0 to 59. 0 to 59 will represent minutes. So here, this star will represent minutes. Okay. Second star will represent hours. 0 to 20. So, and which hour that script should be executed and which minute the script should be executed. First star will represent minutes. Second star will represent hours. Third star will represent day of month. In a month, on which date? 1 to 31. So day 1 to day 31. On which date you want to execute the script, that will be represented by third star. And fourth star will represent month of year. In the year, which month? January to December. In which month you want to execute it, that will be represented by that fourth star. And the last star is available. Fifth star will represent day of week. So Monday to Saturday. Monday to Saturday, on which day you want to run that script. So based on your requirement, you need to configure the cron job schedule here. Okay. So cron job schedule will be represented by 5 stars and followed by file name. Which file you want to execute? When that file should be executed by cron job, you need to configure the schedule. So the cron job syntax contains 5 stars, guys. So every star is having a meaning. Every star is having a meaning. First star will represent minutes. Second star will represent hour. Third star will represent day of month. Fourth star will represent month of year. Fifth star will represent day of week. So could you please read this cron job syntax? Particular year you can't represent, sir. In a year, which month, which date, which day, which hour, which minute you can specify. Particular year you can't specify. In 1 year, which month, which date, which day, which hour, which minute you can specify. Seconds, no. Minutes, hours, day of month, month of year, day of week only we can configure. This is fixed syntax, guys. We can't change this. Whatever the schedule you configure for this year, for next year also same schedule will work. Suppose if you configure, I want January 31st execute this script at 9 a.m. So every year January 31st at 9 a.m. the script will be executed. Mr. Manoj, whatever the schedule you configure, January month, January 15th or January 1st morning at 6 a.m. I want to execute. Every year January 1st at 6 a.m. the script will execute. You got my point. 5 stars available in the cron job syntax. Okay. First star will represent minutes. Second star will represent hours. Third star will represent day of month. Fourth star will represent month of year. Fifth star will represent day of week. Okay. Then let us write some cron schedules. Let us write some cron schedules. Sample cron schedules. I want to run the job for every 15 minutes. I have a shell script file. My shell script file should be executed for every 15 minutes. I want to execute it for every 15 minutes. Okay, which star will represent minutes, guys? 5 stars available. Which star will represent every minute? First star will represent every minute. Okay. Then you need to write like this. Star by 15, then remaining 4 stars as it is our 5. That's script 5. Star by 15, nothing but for every 15 minutes, it is going to execute. Okay. Then I want to write a shell script, run this shell script every day at 5 a.m. I want to run a shell script every day at 5 a.m. Okay. Then 0th minute, 5 a.m. hour. Hour will be represented by second star. Hour will be represented by seconds. 05, 3 stars as it is. Then I'm going to specify script file name. So every day morning at 5 a.m. the script file will be executed. I want to run every day at 8 p.m. Run every day at 8 p.m. Okay. Then what we will do? 0 minutes. Exactly at 8 p.m. I want to run. Exactly at 8 p.m. minute will be 0. Right? So 0, our 8 will be represented by 20. Then 3 stars as it is we are going to specify. For that we will give our script file name. Okay. Yes, we are giving a space between each star, guys. For every star, there is a space gap. Space gap available. That is the syntax. Then I want to run my script file every month, first day at 9 a.m. Every month, day 1, I want to run this at 9 a.m. Exactly at 5 a.m. That's why 0th minute. Exactly at 8 p.m. That's why 0th minute. Okay. So every month, first day at 9 a.m. Every month, first day at 9 a.m. I want to run this. Okay. So every month, first day exactly at 9 a.m. Exactly at 9 a.m. means 0th minute, 9 a.m. So 9, 0 minute I have configured, hour I have configured. Every month, guys. Every month. Third star will represent day of month. Third star will represent day of month. Okay. So every month, first day at 9 a.m. Okay. So we'll represent day of month. Day 1, first day of every month. 091 2 stars. Then script file. This syntax will run your shell script every month, first day at 9 a.m. Every month, first day at 9 a.m. Twenty means hours will be calculated in the 24 hours format, Madhusmita. 12, 1 will be calculated as 13, 2 will be 14, 3 will be 15. So 8 p.m. means 20. Hours will be calculated in the 24 hours format. That's why for 8 p.m. 20 we are configuring. Are you guys clear? Run every month first day at 9 a.m. 0th minute, 9 o'clock. Day 1. Every month day 1. That file should be executed. Sir, how can we write these shell script cron schedules? Okay. Here, there are so many websites available which will give you cron schedules. Okay. Cron expression, you can get it from internet also. Go to cron expressions, crontab.guru. There is a website, Crontab Guru. So if you configure here, if you give 504, 54, something like this, then 4 o'clock, 5 minutes. If I give everything as a star, okay. If I give everything as star, then what will happen? For every minute it is going to run. If you keep a 5 stars, every minute the script is going to execute. Okay. If you give 5 stars, what is the meaning of that? That will be executed for every 1 minute. Now, suppose if I give 50, only at minute 50, 50th minute, every hour at 50th minute, it is going to execute. If I give star by 15 for every 15 minutes. Okay, some people are asking the question, sir, why star by 15? Why not 15? If you give 15 for every 1 hour, at 15th minute it is going to execute. But my requirement is for every 15 minutes. For every 15 minutes means star by 15 we are going to specify. See here, cron expression. If I give 15, what happened? At 15th minute. Okay. So next at 2024, 522, 9:15 it is going to exit. Then again 7:15, 8:15, 9:15. So for every hour at 15th minute it is going to execute if you directly write the 15. If you want to execute for every 15 minutes, then star by 15. Then for every 15th minute, it is going to execute. Now, if I give as 7, every 15th minute at the 7th hour. So exactly at every 15th minute past hour 7. Okay, 7:15. 7:15 that is going to execute. So if you give like this 15 7 at 7:15 it is going to execute. 7 15 7 1. So day of month 1. Day of month 1. Every month first date at 7:15 a.m. it is going to execute. So if I give here as 2. So 2 means last star will represent the day of week. 2 means Tuesday. You can configure like this also. Tuesday. So every day of month, first month, every month, day 1 and Tuesday, this script is going to execute. Okay. If I give as 2, 7:15, day of month 1 and Tuesday in February. Okay. In February month, day 1, if it is a Tuesday at 7:15, it is going to execute. So here there are so many websites available. So if you just write 5 stars, nothing but every minute the script is going to execute. Okay. So now if I want to execute only on Sunday, then I can specify every minute on Sunday it is going to execute. Every minute Sunday at 10 a.m. I want to execute. Are you guys getting my point? So every minute on Sunday, every minute fast hour 10, every Sunday at 10 a.m. I want to execute. Are you clear with my point? Then from Saturday through Sunday to Friday, or else I can specify like this, Monday to Friday. Then what will happen? Every minute, 10th hour, a day of a week from Monday to Friday. Only from Monday to Friday, every at 10 a.m. it is going to execute. Monday to Friday. Okay. So last star will represent the day of week. Last star if I represent just Monday, that means every Monday at 10 a.m. it is going to execute. So if I specify 30, okay, every Monday at 10:30 a.m. it is going to execute. Every Monday to Friday at 10:30 a.m. I want to execute. This is the script for that. Are you guys clear? Every day, Monday to Friday at 10th a.m. The script is going to execute. First star will represent minute. Second star will represent hour. Third star will represent day of month. Fourth star will represent month of year. Suppose only in the May I want to execute. In the May month, Monday to Friday, every day at 10:30 a.m. the script will be executed. Okay, only in May, only in the month of May, Monday to Friday, Every day at 10:30 a.m. it is going to exit. So here there are so many websites available. Based on these websites, you can generate your cron expression and you can configure that cron expression. Okay. Are you guys clear? You guys can try whatever the requirement that you have. So I am giving this URL in the chat box. Okay. So you can experiment on this, the cron expression. You can experiment on the cron expression. Cron expression generator. Okay. Cron expression generator is available. But my point? So what is that cron expression, guys? That cron expression will represent when your script should be executed. That cron expression will represent what is the schedule to execute our shell script file. What is the schedule to execute our shell script file? Are you clear? Perfect. Now, so guys, here, whenever we configure the cron expression, cron job, whenever we configure the cron job in the Linux machine, there will be one cron D thread, a daemon process in the Linux machine. So that is a background process, guys. We can't see that with our eyes, but internally, whenever you configure cron job in the Linux machine, then cron D, a background process will be executing in the Linux machine. Cron D is a daemon process, or we can say that is a background process in the Linux machine. In Linux machine, cron D is a daemon process, or we can say cron D is a background process. What is the purpose of this cron D in the Linux? Cron D is used to check the cron schedules. Every 1 minute, that cron D will execute in the background to identify is there any cron job available for execution. So if the cron job is available for the execution, then it has to execute that cron. So whenever you configure cron job in the Linux machine, then cron D is going to execute. So in Linux machine, cron D is a daemon process, or we can say cron D is a background process. Every minute, cron D will be checking for cron job's schedule for the execution. If any schedule is available for the next minute, then it is going to execute that file based on the schedule. So whenever you configure cron job in the Linux, then cron D will be checking for the schedule every minute. If there is any schedule available, then it is going to execute that schedule. It is going to execute that schedule. Okay. Now, so the requirement is where to configure this cron job. So I have a shell script, that's fine. But where we will schedule this, where we will configure this cron expression. To configure this cron expression in the Linux machine, there will be a file called Crontab file will be available. In the Linux machine, there is a file called Crontab file is available. So what is this Crontab file? Crontab file is used to configure cron jobs for the execution. Okay, so I have a shell script file. I want to execute my shell script file every 1 minute. So somewhere I need to configure that schedule, right? Somewhere I need to configure the schedule. So to configure that schedule, we need to configure that cron expression. To configure the cron expressions, we are going to use one file that is called crontab file. So using crontab file, we are going to configure cron job. What is the meaning of cron job? Cron job is nothing but the schedule that we are going to configure. Which is shell script file when you want to execute. Which is a script file when you want to execute, we are going to configure by using our crontab file. Okay. Good. Someone is asking, sir, what is the full form of the cron? There is no full form for the cron, sir. Cron tab, nothing but cron table. There is no full form for the cron. Basically, it is a Greek word. Cron is a Greek word. The meaning of the cron is time in the Greek. Okay, which will automatically perform the task. There is no full form for the cron. Cron tab nothing but cron table. Cron table file is used to configure cron jobs for the execution. Okay, so how to open that cron tab file in the Linux machine? Open cron tab file. To open that cron tab file, the command is crontab -e. Okay. Then how to check the cron schedule? To check the cron schedule, display cron jobs schedules. Just to display. I don't want to edit. I just want to see what are the schedules already available. Okay. For that we will use crontab -l. So I don't want this cron tab. I want to remove this cron jobs. Okay. Then you can remove this cron tab file. Remove cron tab file by using crontab -r. What is crontab file? Crontab file is used to configure cron jobs for the execution. So I will create a shell script file and I want to schedule that shell script file. For that we will configure a cron job. Where we will configure the cron job? We will configure the cron job by using crontab file. So how to open the crontab file? Crontab -e. That file will open. Then schedule. I want to see the schedules which are already configured. Crontab -l command will display the cron job schedules. I want to delete the crontab file. For that I will use crontab -r. Okay, fine. So if you configure the cron job in the crontab file, who will process that schedule based on the time? Who will execute that file? That's where in the Linux machine, cron d will be available. What is the cron d? In the Linux machine, cron d is a daemon process, or we can say it is a background process. Every minute, the cron d will be checking for cron job schedule for the execution. So how to configure the cron schedule? So like this, 5 stars will be available. Okay, run for every minute. Okay, I want to run for every minute. Run for every minute. So if you just configure 5 stars, then that is equal to every minute schedule. Okay, that script file, which is script file that you want to execute, configure that script file with 5 stars. Okay, then it will execute for every minute. If I give star by 15, run for every 15 minutes. Run for every 15 minutes. If I just write 15, for every 15th minute in the hour. So 6:15, 7:15, 8:15, 9:15, 10:15, every 15th minute it is going to execute. So if I give star by 15, for every 15 minutes it is going to execute. Guys, are you able to understand the difference? Star by 15 and normal 15? Able to understand the difference between star by 15 and a normal 15? Are you guys with me? अंशुल गोयल भाई समझ में आ रहा है क्या? हाँ, good. So if you want to run the script for every 15 minutes, then we will use 5 stars. And if you use star by 15, for every 15 minutes it is going to execute. Okay. If you write just 15, every 15th minute it is going to execute. Okay. Run every day at 5 a.m. So you need to understand the purpose of these 5 stars here. Okay. So the first star will represent minute, second star will represent hour, third star will represent day of month, 1 to 31, which day in a month you want to execute. Fourth star will represent month of year. Fifth star will represent day of week. Day of week. Now, I want to give one task. Can you write a cron expression to execute a script file on your birthday at 9 a.m.? Can you do that, guys? On your birthday, yearly once, right? Month, date, 9 a.m. That script should be executed. Can you send the cron expression for that? This is one of the interview questions. On your birthday, I want to execute one shell script at 9 a.m. How do you write the cron expression for that? Come on. On your birthday, date at 9 a.m. Yearly once your birthday will come. Month, date, hour. You need to configure. I want to execute a shell script. On your birthday date at 9 a.m. Come on. Lakshmipati, your schedule is wrong. You are just keeping only 9. So according to your script, every day at 9 a.m. Your birthday every day at 9 a.m. Your birthday every day at 9 a.m. No, right? Come on. Rakshita, yours is incorrect. I told you to write for every at 9 a.m. exactly. You have given 00 in the starting. That is incorrect. At 9 a.m. on your birthday date, that script should be executed. You kept 00. That's wrong. Interesting question, right? Guys, now see, my birthday is 20th May. 2 days back it completed. Now, 20th May, every year at 9 a.m., I want to execute. So how do you do that? 0, 9 a.m., 9, day, 20, and month, May, right? So month will be represented by which star? Fourth star will represent month of year. My month is May, so it is 5, then star, then 5. So this is the cron expression to run a job on my birthday at 9 a.m. 20th May at 9 a.m. Every year, 20th May at 9 a.m. I want to execute my script. You got the clarity? Yeah, this is a interview question. Now, December 31st, December 31st at 11:55 p.m. I want to send advance Happy New Year. How do you do that? December 31st at 11:55 p.m. December 31st at 11:55 p.m. How do you do that? December 31st at 11:55 p.m. I want to exit. 55 p.m. 11:55. 55 at 55 minutes. Okay. 11:55. Nothing but 23. The 24-hour format. December. That is 31st month. December 31st month. 31st date, sorry. December month 12. Then start. Script file. You got it? 55 minutes, 11:55, 31st December. December 31st, 11:55. Every year. Okay? Good. So I hope you got the clarity how to write a cron expression. You got clarity how to write the cron expression now? Perfect. Good. So what is Crontab file, guys? What is the purpose of Crontab file? What is the Crontab file? Where we will schedule the cron jobs. Crontab file is used to schedule our cron jobs. Okay, good. Now, I want to do one practical on the cron job. Okay, cron job practicals. Let's do one example on the cron job. So I'm going to launch one Linux machine. This time I will go with Ubuntu. So as of now we used Amazon Linux. So today I'm going to use Ubuntu machine. So launch Linux machine with Ubuntu AMI and connect with that Ubuntu machine by using mobile extra or putty or git bash. Anything is fine. You can use putty or you can use git bash. Daily I'm using git bash to connect with that machine. Then create one shell script file which you want to execute. In that shell script file, I'm writing some commands like this, touch command I'm using. So do you remember what is the purpose of touch command? To create the files. Okay. Then provide execute permission for the script file. So I'm going to create one shell script file task.sh that is used to create two empty files f1, f2. Then this is shell script file. Are we going to execute the shell script file or cron job will execute our shell script file? Are we going to execute our shell script file? Cron job is going to execute our shell script file. Cron job. So that's why for that file, execute permission is required. Then Crontab file, configure the job schedule. Open the Crontab file and configure job schedule. As we discussed, Crontab file we can open by using crontab-e. Then add the schedule. So whatever the schedule that you want to execute. So this is my file task.sh shell script file. The shell script file I want to execute. Okay. So add the job schedule information to bash shell, and this is the location where the shell script is available. So star by 1. You can specify stars also, or you can specify star by 1 also. What is the meaning of star by 1? What is the meaning of star by 1? What is the meaning of this schedule, guys? What is the meaning of this schedule? People are not responding. Every minute it is going to execute. So once you configure this schedule in the Crontab file, then save and close that Crontab file. Save and close that Crontab file by using Control X, Y, enter. That Crontab file can be saved. After 1 minute, check the files got created or not. So every 1 minute, the script will execute, right? After 1 minute, you check it. The F1, F2 files got created or not. If F1, F2 files got created after 1 minute, that means our cron job is executed. So this is the practicals that you need to do by using cron job. Launch one Linux machine. I'm using Ubuntu AMI. Okay. Connect with the Ubuntu machine by using SSH client. Then create one shell script file. In that shell script, what operation you want to do, you can keep that. Then provide execute permission for the script file. Then open the Crontab file and configure your cron job expression with the file location. So bin bash is the shell that we are using to execute our script file. And this is the cron schedule. Star by one means every minute that job is going to execute. Then after editing the Crontab file, save that and close it. And check after 1 minute if the job is executed, F1, F2 files will be created. If the files are created, that means we are able to configure cron jobs in the lines. So in the real time, anything that we are automating by using shell script, the script execution will be configured as a cron job by using cron expression and cron tab file. Okay, good guys. Are you clear? Critically, are you clear? What is cron jobs in the Linux? What is the scheduling? What is the scheduling? Why we need to go for scheduling? And what is cron job? What is the cron expression? What is the cron expression? What these 5 stars will represent? What is the meaning of each star in the cron expression? How to configure the cron schedule? Some sample scenarios I have taken. And this is the URL where you can do some practice on the cron expression creation. And what is cron D? Cron D. Cron D is a background process that will check the schedule for every minute in the Linux machine. And cron tab file, this is the file where exactly we will configure our cron job. And how we will do that cron job practice, I have given steps also. So if you are clear, then please type in the chat box, I am clear. Please type in the chat box, I am clear. People are not responding. Clear? Very good. Okay. So let me go and create one Linux machine. Good. Go to our EC2 dashboard. Okay. So now I want to create one Linux machine. Here, click on launch instance. Click on launch instance. So I'm taking this one as Ubuntu VM, guys. This is another Linux distribution. As of now, we used Amazon Linux. Today we are using Ubuntu Linux. T2 micro, free tier eligible. Then AMI, we need to select. AMI here is there. Application AMI. By default, it will come as Amazon Linux. Today I am selecting as Ubuntu Linux. In the initial classes we discussed, Linux is a free and open source operating system. 200 plus Linux distributions available like Amazon Linux, Ubuntu Linux, Red Hat Linux, SUSE Linux. Today we are using Ubuntu Linux. Okay, T2 micro free tier key pair. You can select the key pair that you have. Ashoka Linux key pair is available. Security group SSH traffic we are enabling 22 port number. Then click on launch instance. So with this, my Ubuntu Linux machine getting created. Earlier we created EC2 Linux machine. EC2 machine by using Amazon Linux. For that EC2 user is the username. Today we created our machine by using different AMI, that is Ubuntu AMI. The username will be Ubuntu. Okay. Machine is getting created. Machine is getting created. Let us refresh. Yeah, let's connect with this machine using SSH client. Copy this SSH command. Go to our key pairs location. I have saved my key pair in a folder. Go to the location where the key pair is available. Then show more options. Open git bash. Make SSH connection. Yes, perfect. Yeah, with this I'm able to connect with my Ubuntu machine, guys. So you can check it. Who am I? I connected with this machine as a Ubuntu user. The default username is Ubuntu user. Okay. And the next one, present working directory. Currently, I am in the home Ubuntu directory. This is Ubuntu user home directory. Okay. So now, if you check it here, ls-l, nothing is available. Let me create one file, vi task.sh. So inside this file, I'm writing my script, bin bash. I want to create a file. So simply I'm writing touch command where I want to create the file inside the home Ubuntu f1.txt. Then touch command /home Ubuntu, that is the user home directory, f2.txt. Ubuntu username. This is the home directory of this user, and in that directory f1.txt and f2.txt files I want to create. Save this and close it. So check it. My task.sh file created, but currently this file does not have execute permission. So how to change file permission, guys? What is the command to change file permission in the Linux? chmod command. Okay, I'm giving chmod plus x. The file name is task.sh. Now if you see ls-l, so we got the execute permission for owner, for the group, and for other users also. So for all three sections, I have given execute permission. Okay. So owner is having execute, group also having execute, others also having the execute permission. Chmod command we are using. Okay. Good. Because we are not executing this file. If I am executing with the sh command, directly I can execute. But this file, this script file will be executed by me or cron job. Who will execute this script now? Cron job is going to execute. So that's why it should have execute permission. So by using that chmod command, I'm giving execute permission. Okay. So once this script file is created, then what is the next step? I created Linux machine. I connected with git bash. I created a script file and I have given execute permission also. Then let us open Crontab file and let us configure cron expression to execute our script file. Okay, how to execute, how to configure this? By using crontab-e. This is the command which is used to open crontab file in this Linux machine. Open this. Okay, so it is asking run which editor you want to use to edit that file. So observe carefully. When I execute crontab-e, no crontab or Ubuntu. So by default, the crontab file is not available. So it is going to create one crontab file for this Ubuntu user. So to create this file, we are using this crontab-e command. If the file is already available, it will open. If the file is not available, it will create and open. In order to open, which editor you want, it is asking. Pin nano editor I want to use. So specify number 1. 1 to 4, you can choose any editor. I'm choosing nano editor. Choose 1. Then it will open our crontab file. Okay. So in this crontab file, I want to configure my schedule. Okay. I want to configure my schedule. So they have given already syntax here. Minutes, hours, date of month. Okay. Date of month and date of week they have given. Month of year and date of week. This is the syntax for the cron expression. So I'm going to configure star by 1, then next 4 stars, then /bin/bash, then my file is available /home/ubuntu/task.sh. Okay, so this is my script file. This is my script file that should be executed. This is the schedule for my script execution. Star by 1. So for every 1 minute, my script file should be executed. Then save it. How to save it? Control X, Y, enter. The file got saved and file got closed. Now you check it. ls-l in my present working directory. Currently, F1, F2 files are not available. Okay, so you please check it. Keep on check that ls-l. So currently only task.sh file is available. Currently only task.sh file is available. Okay, now so the cron job is configured. The cron job is configured. After 1 minute, that should create the files in this directory. F1, F2 files should be created in this directory. So as of now, the files are not available. As per system, the time is 2 o'clock and 6 minutes. 2, 6. The time is 2, 6 now. Just now we configured the cron job in the Crontab file. Let's wait and check it. The files are getting created. If the script is executed, then the files will be created. To execute the shell script, we are giving the bash, bin bash. Shell name we are configuring. Guys, now can we check it? The files are created or not? Who created these files? Did I create these files? My cron job executed the script and script created the files. My script is executed and the files got created. Now check 2:11, the script got executed. Okay, at 2:11, the files got created. So as per our schedule, every 1 minute that job should execute. So at 2:12, 14:11, the script got executed. At 14:11, the script got executed. Now check it again. At 14:12, again the files got created. So it is recreating, overriding the old files. Earlier, 14:11 files created. Now 14:12 files created. So what is the meaning? What is the meaning? Every minute the files are created. So the name is same, right? So it will override. It is override. Now, for 12, it is available. For 11 available. Now, for 12 available. So every 1 minute the files are created. Every 1 minute the files are created. So can I say my shell script is executing for every 1 minute using cron job? Yes. If you check after some time, at 4:30, again the files will be created. So in the script, I have configured touch command to create F1 and F2 files. So and for that script, I have given 1 minute schedule. So again, at 14:13, that script is executed, files got created. So like this, whatever the operation that you want to perform, that you can write a shell script, and that shell script, when you want to execute, you can configure a cron expression for it. So how to check what are the cron jobs available in the Linux machine? How to check what are the cron jobs available? Crontab -L. Okay. When you go for Crontab -L, it will give you the list of jobs that we have configured. Okay. So currently, this is the cron job which is configured. Star by 1, 4 stars. So currently there is one job is scheduled. Crontab -L, which is giving the schedules which we have configured in the cron. Now I want to remove these cron jobs. What is the command to remove the cron jobs? What is the command to remove the cron jobs? Crontab -L means it will list all the tabs available. I mean, all the jobs available in the cron table. I want to delete the cron tab. Okay. Crontab -R. Then it got to delete. Then Crontab -L, that no cron table available for the Ubuntu user. Okay. When I use Crontab -R, that cron table file got deleted, so the schedule will not be executed. So I hope you got the clarity. What is cron jobs in the Linux? I hope you got the clarity. What is cron jobs in the Linux? Okay, good. So whatever the cron jobs available in the cron table file, that file will be deleted. So all the cron jobs will be stopped. All right. Yesterday someone asked how to take the backup. I have given the task for that, right? How to take the backup of our easy to user home directory. Did anyone completed that? Did anyone completed that backup? How do we take the backup? You can create a zip file or you can create a tar file in order to take the backup. So give me a try, guys. Tomorrow also we have a class. So I need to explain find command, locate commands. Okay. Sir, I don't want to delete the cron job, cron tab file. I want to stop only particular job. Then instead of deleting the file, you can comment that schedule. So whatever the schedule that you are configuring the cron tab, before the schedule, if you write the hash, that will be commented. That line will not be executed. If you use a cron tab -r, the file will be deleted. If you don't want to delete the file, you want to stop only particular job. If you want to stop only particular job, then you can write hash before that. That means comment. That job will not be executed. Okay? That job will not be executed. Are you clear with my point? So with this, we understood what is cron tab file and how do we work with cron tab files. Now, sir, in the real time, what kind of questions they will ask related to shell script? In the real time, what kind of questions will be asked related to shell script? Okay. What kind of questions they will ask related to shell script? So in the real time, what kind of scripts that we are going to write? So this is one of the interview question only. How to take the backup by using shell script. Okay. So tomorrow we are going to understand some interview questions related to shell scripts and any pending commands that we missed. Those things also we are going to discuss. So actually, we thought today is the last session, but still that find command, locate command is pending, and some interview questions related to shell scripts also I'm going to share tomorrow. Tomorrow also we have a class, and tomorrow we'll finish our pending items. Okay. Tomorrow we have class at regular time. How to take the backup, that I will show you tomorrow. Yeah. How to take the backup and the find command, locate command, we are going to discuss in the tomorrow's class. Thank you, guys.